Hey, everybody, and welcome back. We're diving deep today into how marriage changes
Yeah.
over a lifetime, especially as we enter that exciting new territory of retirement. And I know a lot of you out there listening are about to do just that.
Right.
And, we have a really insightful excerpt to unpack today.
Yes.
And it really got me thinking
Okay.
about some big questions,
Uh-huh.
like how does the actual meaning of marriage
Okay.
shift from those early years
Yeah.
to decades later?
Right.
What unique challenges and opportunities does retirement bring
Right.
to long-term relationships?
Yeah.
And this is a thought-provoking one.
Okay.
Can those pressure cooker years
Mm-hmm.
of career and kids
Mm-hmm.
actually set the stage for a late-in-life romantic
Oh, wow.
rebirth?
That's fascinating.
Right.
It is.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. It's funny how we often think of marriage as this one static thing, when in reality it's constantly
Right.
evolving.
This excerpt really hits home with that point.
Yeah.
I mean, our perspective on marriage at 20
Uh-huh.
is a whole different world compared to at 60, right?
Absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah. Totally different. And especially for those entering retirement. Think about it.
Right.
Baby boomers, they've experienced so much change over their lives.
Yeah.
They've seen it all.
Yeah, they have.
From those idealistic early years
Mhm.
through massive societal shifts,
Right.
redefinitions of what marriage even means,
Mhm.
now they're bringing all that experience into retirement,
Right.
which creates a whole new set of dynamics.
Yeah. And, okay, let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been married for a while knows it's not always sunshine and roses, right?
Absolutely not.
But what this piece points out is that retirement can actually become this crucible for healing.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a make it or break it time, wouldn't you say?
That's true, because without the structure of work
right.
and those shared routines,
Mhm.
any unresolved issues,
Mhm.
they can become magnified. Suddenly, you're spending a lot more time together,
Right.
and those cracks can start to show.
It's fascinating how the source describes retirement as a crucible.
Yeah.
For some couples, it's this chance to forge an even stronger bond.
Mm-hmm.
But for others, it can really expose those cracks.
Right.
What do you think are some of the key ingredients for coming out of that crucible
Yeah.
stronger?
Well, the source actually offers a really great perspective on that.
Okay.
It says, part of the commission of retirement is to begin to seek resolution of life's struggles.
Yeah.
So working together with each other in the context of marriage can bring tremendous healing in this phase of life.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like instead of avoiding those tough conversations,
Right.
retirement gives you the time and space to finally address them.
Absolutely.
And who better to tackle those challenges with
Yeah.
than the person who's been by your side through thick and thin?
Exactly. And on the other side of those challenges, there's this
Yeah.
incredible opportunity for rediscovering each other.
Hitting the reset button on your relationship,
Yeah.
seeing your partner with fresh eyes.
And it's not just about resolving conflict either.
Right.
There's this almost radical idea in the excerpt about retirement sparking romantic rebirth
Oh, wow.
in long-term relationships.
Interesting.
Can you unpack that a little?
Absolutely. Think about it.
Okay.
For years,
Yeah.
you've been juggling careers, kids, and all the demands that
Mhm.
come with those roles.
Mhm.
It's easy to let those daily pressures overshadow the connection you have
Right.
with your partner.
Yeah.
Retirement can create the space and freedom
Okay.
to actually prioritize your relationship again.
So it's not just about having more time together.
Right.
It's about what you do with that time.
Exactly.
Right. And how you rediscover each other in the process.
Uh-huh.
I can actually relate to this late springtime concept.
Okay.
My partner and I recently started taking dance classes together.
Oh. And it's been amazing to reconnect in such a fun and playful way.
I love that. And that rediscovery can take many forms.
Yeah.
It might be finally taking that trip you've always talked about.
Great.
Exploring new hobbies together. Or
Mhm.
even just having those deep conversations you never had time for before.
Right.
The excerpt actually highlights a really compelling point.
Okay.
Many couples, as they leave the world of parenting behind, experience such late in life romantic rebirths.
Wow.
And this kind of late springtime in your relationship with your longtime spouse can bring the birth of new creativity in many parts of your life,
Yeah.
making it one of the happiest phases of life for you and your husband or wife.
Wow. That's really powerful.
Yeah,
It makes you realize that all those years of building a life together,
right.
raising kids, tackling those career challenges,
Uh-huh.
it actually sets the stage for this whole new chapter
Right.
of intimacy and connection.
Yeah.
It's almost like you've earned this time to truly focus on your relationship.
Exactly.
But speaking of challenges,
Yeah.
the source also brings up this interesting point
Yeah.
about the importance of partnership,
Right.
especially during retirement.
Uh-huh.
So can you talk about that a little?
Yes. And it goes beyond just romantic connection.
Okay.
Those qualities of mutual support and compromise that are essential in any marriage,
Right?
they become even more valuable as you navigate
Yeah.
the transitions of retirement,
Uh-huh.
grandparenthood, and supporting your adult children.
It's like that solid foundation you've built together
Right.
becomes even more crucial as you step into this new phase of life.
Absolutely.
And amidst all this change,
Yeah.
the excerpt really emphasizes something beautiful
Okay.
about watching your marriage transform and grow
Yeah.
with each stage.
It really is. It's a testament to the resilience of
Yeah.
the human spirit
Mm-hmm.
and the capacity for love and connection to adapt and thrive,
Right.
even amidst change and challenge.
So we've talked about how marriage evolves over time. Yes. From that early romantic phase
Mm-hmm.
to the shared responsibilities of family and career.
Mm-hmm.
Now as you enter retirement,
Yeah.
it's almost like hitting the reset button on your relationship.
That's a great way to put it.
It's a chance to redefine what marriage means to you both.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this whole conversation
Right.
about marriage and retirement
Yeah.
so intriguing.
Yeah. It's like we spent all this time building a career,
Mm-hmm.
raising a family, and somewhere along the way, our relationship becomes almost secondary.
It's easy to let those daily demands overshadow
Right.
the connection.
Yeah.
But as this source points out,
Okay.
retirement can offer a chance to recenter that relationship,
Mm-hmm.
to reclaim those shared dreams and passions
Right.
that might have gotten pushed aside.
So it's not just about having more time together.
Exactly.
It's about what you do with that time.
Precisely.
Right.
Yeah.
And how you rediscover each other in the process. I love that image of late springtime that the source uses.
Yeah.
It's like even after all these years,
Mm-hmm.
there's still so much potential for growth
Absolutely.
and new beginnings.
Yes. And what's fascinating is that this growth
Yeah.
isn't just limited to the romantic aspect of your relationship.
Okay.
This piece talks about how this late springtime can spill over into other areas of your life,
Right.
sparking creativity, leading to a greater sense of fulfillment overall.
It's like your whole world expands
Oh.
when you invest in reconnecting with your partner.
Precisely. And that brings us back
Okay.
to this idea of marriage as a living, evolving entity. It's not static.
Yeah.
It changes and grows with each stage of life.
Right.
And retirement is perhaps one of the most profound stages of all.
It's like a whole new adventure.
Right. It is.
And who better to embark on that adventure with
Right.
than the person you've shared so much of your life with already?
This source really emphasizes the unique challenges
Yeah.
and opportunities that this stage presents. You're navigating new roles,
Right.
adjusting to changes in your routines and identities, and having a strong, supportive partner by your side can make all the difference.
It's like that old saying, a joy shared is a joy doubled, and a sorrow shared is a sorrow halved.
Yes.
And that rings especially true in marriage, I think.
Absolutely. And I think what this piece is ultimately saying is that marriage in retirement is less about clinging to the past and more about embracing
Right.
the possibilities of the present and the future.
It's about recognizing that you're not the same people you were at 20
Right.
or even 50.
Exactly.
You've both grown and evolved, and your marriage needs to reflect that.
Right. And that can be a beautiful thing
Yeah.
to look at your partner and see not just the person you've built a life with,
Mm-hmm.
but also someone you're still getting to know,
Right.
someone who's still surprising you.
It's like this source is giving us permission to rewrite the script on what marriage looks like in later life.
Exactly. It's about letting go of those preconceived notions and embracing the unique journey that's unfolding for you as a couple.
Which brings us to a really important question, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Okay.
How do we actually nurture
Yeah,
this evolving relationship in retirement?
that's a great question,
Yeah.
and one that I think deserves its own deep dive.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's take a deeper dive
Let's do it.
into that.
Okay. It's interesting how this excerpt talks about those years leading up to retirement.
Yeah.
Like you're on this treadmill of building a career, raising kids, managing all these responsibilities.
Right.
And sometimes amidst all that our relationship takes a back seat.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
You get so caught up in the day-to-day
Right.
that you forget to nurture the most important connection in your life.
Exactly. And what this source highlights is that retirement can actually offer this incredible opportunity
Yeah.
to recenter that relationship, to reclaim those shared dreams and passions that may have gotten pushed aside over the years.
Right.
It's like hitting the refresh button.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
It's like you're finally free from those external pressures. And you can truly focus on what matters most.
Right.
But it's not just about having more time together.
Exactly.
It's about how you use that time to rediscover each other.
Right.
And maybe even reinvent your relationship.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're no longer defined by your work.
Right.
Your kids are off living their own lives. You have this blank slate. You get to decide
Okay.
what you want this next chapter to look like.
So let's talk about that blank slate.
Okay.
What are some practical things that couples can do to make the most of this time and really reconnect?
Well, this source talks about the importance of being intentional. You know, retirement isn't a guarantee of happiness.
Right.
It's an opportunity
Right.
to create happiness.
Okay.
And that starts with communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like those deep conversations we talked about earlier.
Ah,
But now you have the time and space
right.
to really dive in,
Exactly.
to understand where your partner is coming from, to share your own hopes and fears
Right.
for this new stage of life.
Exactly. And it's not just about talking either. It's
Wow.
about shared experiences.
Okay.
You know, this excerpt mentions
Yeah.
the idea of late springtime, that potential for romantic rebirth.
Oh, I love that concept.
Yeah,
It's so hopeful and inspiring.
it is.
And as you said, it can manifest
Right.
in so many ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe it's trying new things together,
Okay.
whether it's travel,
Mm-hmm.
taking a class, volunteering,
Right.
or even just exploring your own city like tourists.
Yeah.
The point is to create those moments of joy and connection.
Right. To reignite that spark.
It's like you're dating all over again,
I love that.
but with the benefit of years of
Right.
shared history and intimacy.
Exactly. And as you rediscover each other,
Yeah.
you might even discover new sides to yourselves.
Okay.
Maybe you pick up a hobby you never had time for before.
Right.
Or you finally pursue that dream you put on hold.
And those individual pursuits can actually strengthen your bond as a couple, right?
Exactly.
Because you're both growing and evolving,
Uh-huh.
and you're bringing those new experiences back into the relationship.
Exactly. It's this beautiful cycle
Yeah.
of individual growth fueling
Right.
the growth of the relationship.
Yeah.
And it all ties back
Okay.
to this core idea
Yeah.
of marriage as a lifelong transformation.
And that transformation is especially profound during retirement
yeah.
because you're navigating so many changes.
Right.
You're adjusting to new roles, new routines, maybe even a new sense of identity. Absolutely. And the source really emphasizes the importance of leaning on each other
Right.
during those transitions.
Like that old saying,
Yes.
a joy shared is a joy doubled, and a sorrow shared is a sorrow halved.
Right.
And that rings especially true in marriage, I think,
Absolutely.
especially during retirement.
It's like having this built-in best friend,
Right.
someone who's seen you at your best and worst,
Yeah.
and still chooses to be by your side.
And as you navigate those inevitable challenges of
Yeah.
aging,
Yeah.
that sense of partnership becomes even more crucial.
It's like having this incredible support system
Right.
built right into your life. Someone who understands you, who's got your back,
Right.
who's there to celebrate the good times
Yeah.
and help you through the tough ones.
Precisely. And I think what this piece is ultimately saying is that marriage in retirement
Yeah.
is less about clinging to the past and more about embracing the possibilities of the present and the future. It's about recognizing that you're not the same people. You were at 20 or even 50. You've both grown and evolved.
Right.
And your marriage needs to reflect that.
Right. And that can be
Yeah,
both exciting and daunting.
that's true. But I think that's also what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
There's this sense of adventure,
Yeah.
of rediscovering each other,
Yeah.
writing your own rules.
I love that. And I think
Yeah.
this excerpt offers a really valuable perspective on that.
Okay.
You know, it talks about how those qualities that helped you survive the pressure cooker years, things like mutual support, compromise, acceptance,
Right.
they become even more important in retirement.
So those qualities have been tested and refined over time.
Yeah.
And now they're ready to be put to good use
Exactly.
in this new phase of life.
Yeah.
You've weathered the storms together,
Uh-huh.
and now you get to enjoy the calmer seas.
Exactly. And amidst those calmer seas,
Right.
you might even discover some hidden treasures.
Right.
New depths to your relationship.
Yeah.
New ways to connect. New adventures to share.
It's like that late springtime we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Even after all these years,
Right.
there's still so much potential for growth,
Exactly.
for romance, for deeper connection.
And I think that's a beautiful message to leave our listener with today. You know, as you enter this new chapter of your life,
Right.
remember that your marriage is a journey, not a destination. And that journey can be filled with beauty, joy, and profound connection if you choose to embrace it fully.
That's such a powerful reminder. And I think it's a perfect segue into the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore how to nurture that evolving relationship in retirement and keep that spark alive.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to unpacking that with you.
We've talked about this incredible opportunity that retirement offers.
Yeah.
This chance to hit the refresh button on your relationship and really focus on nurturing that connection.
Absolutely.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not always easy.
No, it's not.
Right.
Right.
It's a big adjustment. And this excerpt really emphasizes
Okay.
the need to be intentional
Yeah.
about how you approach this next chapter.
Absolutely. Retirement isn't some magical cure-all for relationship issues.
Right.
It's more like a blank canvas.
Okay.
And you get to decide what you want to paint on it.
I love that analogy.
Ah.
So what are some of the key colors, so to speak,
Okay.
that couples should be using to create that masterpiece
Uh-huh.
of a relationship in retirement?
Well, this source talks about the importance of open and honest communication. You know, it's about creating a safe space where you can truly share your hopes, fears, and dreams for this next chapter. And remember, it's not just about talking. It's about truly listening and understanding your partner's perspective.
But sometimes that communication can be tough, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you've gotten into the habit of avoiding
Yeah.
those deeper conversations over the years.
That's true. But think about it this way.
Okay.
You've spent decades building a life together.
Right.
Navigating all sorts of challenges. You have this incredible foundation of shared experience.
Right.
Now you have the time and space to really lean into those deeper conversations, to explore those uncharted territories of your relationship.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like you're uncovering hidden layers of intimacy and connection that you never even knew existed.
Right.
But communication is just one piece of the puzzle, right?
Right. This excerpt also highlights the importance of shared experiences. Remember that late springtime concept we talked about?
Yes.
Well, it's about creating those opportunities for joy, for laughter, for adventure.
And it doesn't have to be anything grand or expensive.
Right, it doesn't.
Right.
Right.
It could be as simple as trying a new restaurant together, taking a walk in a different part of town, or learning a new skill together.
Exactly.
It's about being present and engaged in those moments.
Yes.
Right? Really savoring the experience together.
Exactly. And as you create those shared experiences, you're also creating new memories.
Yeah.
You're adding to that tapestry of your relationship, making it even richer and more vibrant.
And those shared experiences can help couples navigate those inevitable challenges that come with this stage of life.
Right. Absolutely. Think about it.
Okay.
You're both adjusting to new roles, new routines. Maybe you're facing health issues.
Right. Yeah.
Or caring for aging parents.
Yeah.
These are big transitions.
Yeah.
And having a strong, supportive partner by your side can make all the difference.
It's like that old saying, a joy shared is a joy doubled.
Yes.
And a sorrow shared is a sorrow halved. It's about knowing you're not alone in facing those challenges.
Exactly. And when you face those challenges together, you emerge even stronger as a couple. It deepens your sense of trust and intimacy. It reinforces that feeling of we're in this together no matter what.
And that feeling, that sense of unwavering support can be such a source of strength and resilience as you navigate the ups and downs of life.
Absolutely. It's like having this incredible safety net, knowing that no matter what life throws your way, you have someone who's got your back.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about a long-term marriage.
Yeah.
It's this enduring bond that deepens and evolves over time, becoming even more precious with each passing year.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
Yeah, it has.
And I think it's a perfect note to end on.
Okay.
We started this deep dive talking about how marriage is a lifelong transformation. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And that journey takes on a whole new dimension in retirement.
It does.
It's an opportunity to redefine your relationship, to rediscover each other, to create a new chapter filled with joy, connection.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little bit of late springtime magic.
Beautifully said.
So to all of you out there embarking on this new chapter,
yes,
remember that your marriage is a journey worth savoring every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive today.
Yes, thank you.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting, keep those conversations flowing.